Hello everyone, and welcome to Witch Hollow Homestead. It's been a minute since I've had a chance to edit or even record a video. We've been busy in our personal lives. One of the things is that our cat Princess, her renal disease got a little worse. So we had to take her to the vet, and she's now taking some medicine to help. But at 19 and a half, I can't complain. She's still doing really good. So I'm just getting her breakfast ready and getting ready to start my day here. I decided today that I would start processing some of the stuff that I preserved in the freezer to do in the winter months when it's cold. As you know, canning can really heat up your kitchen, and I discovered this past winter that is the perfect time to do a whole bunch of canning. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own hot sauce and can it. I will say before we get started, this was the easiest canning that I've done so far. So this is great when you don't have a lot of time on your hands. Back in August, I purchased some organic Hungarian wax peppers and chopped them up, left the seeds in. Don't care about that. We'll strain that out later. So I have 2 bags of mixed colored Hungarian wax. To that, I'm also going to add 1 bag of sweet red peppers. And then I'm adding a half a bag of our poblanos that I also chopped up from our garden. Here are the ingredients for this recipe. Feel free to pause here so that you can take notes. I want this sauce to be a little sweet, so I am also adding 1 small bag of frozen organic mangoes. And 4 clementines peeled and pulled apart. My inspiration for this hot sauce comes from this specific hot sauce, Shaquanda's Hot Tropic. Mr. Witch and I got this hot sauce over the summer, and we loved it so much that I'm going to try to put similar ingredients into this recipe. So I am using some dried ginger that I dehydrated a few months back. I'm adding some cardamom seeds in. I'm also adding some clove. And as I mentioned previously, I can't have onions or garlic, so if you would like to add those, you would add them now. I'm also adding in a tablespoon of yellow mustard seed and a tablespoon of brown mustard seed. I'm also adding some ancho chili powder. I added a little over a teaspoon. I'm going to take my pot and place it on my power boil burner, and I'm going to turn it up on high to get this going. To get the peppers to release their juices, I also added 2 teaspoons of salt in this step, and then later on I will add more salt. I'm adding 1 cup of white distilled vinegar, and later I will be adding more, but this is just to get it going. I'm going to give everything a good stir, and then I'm going to put the lid on and let it start cooking. It took about 15 minutes to start releasing the juices from the peppers, and about 25 minutes until it started boiling a little. "25 minutes later, and as you can see, some of the juice is coming out of the peppers, and they're starting to cook a little bit more. I'm going to lower the heat to medium-high and just let these to continue to cook. While I'm waiting for the peppers, I'm going to get some other things going and get some other things ready. I decided to have some chicory root this morning. I have been having a cup of chicory root every single day as a coffee replacer because while I enjoy coffee, I can't have the caffeine. Even decaf bothers me. And this chicory root is so delicious. I wish I would have known about it sooner. So I make it just like a cup of instant coffee. I'm going to put in my boiling water, and then I'm going to add some of this sweetened oat creamer, which I really like. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, but it is very good. It's a hydration heavy morning. I'm also going to have a jar of V8 juice, and I have a big glass of water that I'm drinking as well. I guess I'm just really thirsty today. This recipe is going to be water bath canning, so I'm getting my electric water bath canner out. And the best part about this recipe is that you're only going to have to water bath can these jars for 10 minutes, whether they are teeny tiny jars or they're the pint jars. Doesn't matter, 10 minutes. I'm also getting the water bath canner going to warm the water inside so that I can add the jars in a little bit later, and I won't have to worry about them cracking when I add the hot sauce into the jars. Here are all my jars. They were washed last night and all prepped and ready for today. The peppers are looking good. They're getting nice and soft, and that's what you're really looking for when you're making this hot sauce. So now I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to use an immersion blender to grind them up. You can also use a food processor or a blender. I just prefer using the immersion blender, as I don't have to be scooping hot peppers and liquid into a canister. Just so you know, I ended up cooking the peppers for an hour on the stove. You're going to want to blend this for it to be really smooth. It is going to be quite thick because we do need to strain it after the blending part, but just work on getting it as smooth as you can. And here it is after being fully blended. It was a little thick to go through the strainer, so I added another cup of the distilled white vinegar, and that way it thinned it just enough so that I'll be able to strain it. I wanted to point out that I am using distilled white vinegar and not cider vinegar because distilled white vinegar doesn't change pH, while cider vinegar will change pH as it sits on your shelf. I brought my pot over. I have a glass pitcher, and I'm putting a mesh strainer over my glass pitcher, and I'm just going to ladle this hot sauce into the sieve. I did 2 scoops at a time, and then just work it through the mesh strainer. The pulp that's left, I'm going to toss that in a bowl, and I will end up throwing it out. However, I have seen some places where people take that pulp, they dehydrate it, and they use it as hot pepper flakes. I'm not sure if that works or not, but you are more than welcome to try it, and if you do, comment below and let me know if that works. Once I worked my way through straining all of the peppers and keeping just the liquid, this is the liquid I put in a new stock pot, and I am adding some additional vinegar in here. So the amount of vinegar you add is going to be, first of all, by taste to see what you prefer. And it's also going to depend on how many peppers that you used for the recipe. So I don't know how many peppers I used. I just know how full the bags were. So for the amount of peppers that I used, as you could see in the beginning of the video, I used 4 cups of white vinegar. I also added 2 tablespoons of sugar here, and I added an additional 4 teaspoons of salt, and then tasted it. That works well for my taste, but definitely go by your own taste and texture. I like my hot sauce quite thick. I don't like it real watery, so this one's on the thick side. Once I get this hot sauce to taste exactly like I want, I'm going to put this pot back on the burner and warm it up for about 10 minutes on medium-low heat because I want to hot pack my jars. Also wanted to point out, this hot sauce is a little sweet and hot. I like hot sauce that has a sweet taste to it, which is why I added the sugar and why I added the fruit in the beginning. After 10 minutes, the hot sauce is nice and warm. I am going to get my jars out of my water bath canner and I'm going to begin to fill them. I like to leave about an inch of headspace. I did read online that you can leave a half an inch, but anytime I do, my jars don't like to seal really well, so I would recommend an inch. Before I put the lids on, I'm going to take a paper towel with some distilled vinegar on it and wipe the rims just to make sure that there isn't any sticky hot sauce left around the rims so that the jars won't seal. And I know I've mentioned this before, but this electric water bath canner is seriously the best thing ever. It makes water bath canning so simple and easy. I love it. In total, this recipe from start to finish only took me 3 hours from the time that I dumped the thawed peppers into the pan until I got all the jars out of the canner, and I did 2 batches. So that was fantastic. I'm really happy with that, and it makes this a quick recipe to get done in the morning or in the afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me today at Witch Hollow Homesteading. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. If you try this recipe, let me know below and tell me how it works out for you. Happy homesteading!